Hey everyone, you're welcome on Lifeaholic, a better change with me Sagardeep Chaudhary and my co-host Kaushik Dash. Hope you are all safe, happy and having a great time, and even if you are not, always remember this is not the end. There is always a bigger, better and brighter tomorrow waiting for you. Just don't give up. So today we are going to talk about a deep, meaningful topic which I first came across about few years back. Like 2 years back while listening to a TED talk given by Simon Sinek, and he also wrote an entire book covering this topic. Yes, you guessed it right. Today we are going to talk about the value of why in our life and how that why will help us in living a deep, meaningful and purposeful life. And how can we develop this why of ours and incorporate this to every aspect of our life? And actually it is often said that people who have a proper understanding of their why and who function in alignment with their why like every time never feel that burnout in themselves even in the toughest of times. And on the other side, people who approach things without having a clear vision of their why often fail. And that's the reason why so many people can't keep up with their New Year resolutions or with their so-called dreams and ambitions.
Whether it is spending time with your family, learning to surf, or something bigger like planning a safari or bungee jumping, it is important to be intentional about how and why you want to spend your time in that particular way. Make each day matter, live your life fully, and you are less likely to have regrets. We all heard that, isn't it? But have you ever considered why? You need to know your own why and be able to articulate that why in simple, clear terms. If we take some big companies, for example, if we take Apple, it's think different. For Southwest Airlines, it's to be the champion for the common man and to make air travels accessible to all. And your favorite KFC? Why KFC? Because it's finger licking good. These are their beliefs of why they are doing it. When you are doing something in life, you must know why you are doing it. If you miss this why, what you are doing will give you nothing. Like for example, why I am a part of this podcast. Because I want to connect with people more and more. I want to discuss life with people. Because I always love the discussion about life. Everyone has different perspectives and I want to know all of them. This is why I am doing it, and as long as my why remains clear to me, I can continue with what I am doing. Before taking a leap of faith or jumping into something, think for a moment. Why you want to do it? What you will get? Will it make you any happy? Answer all of these questions to yourself. In this way, you will remain clear to yourself, and that work will not be a burden to you. And one more thing, after a while most of us forget this why, and that particular work feels like a burden to us. It's like a duty to us, and we don't put our 100%, and ultimately this will fail. Never do this. Always remember your why, and always remember to start with a why.
Start every action of yourself with a big why. Like if you want to join the army, then ask yourself why. If you want a brand new sneaker, then ask yourself why. If you want a girl to become your life partner, ask yourself why. And even if you want to donate food to the needy, then also ask yourself why. Why do you want to do something for those needy people? Why? Your why is a reflection of you, of your mindset, of your purpose. Your why will help you in connecting with people, or you can say attracting people with the same belief, with the same mindset, with the same why. So choose your why wisely. I love questioning the students who are just getting out of the school life. Like if they're in 10th or 12th standard, I just love asking them what they want to become in life, what the future goals are, what the future dreams are. And usually the answer is pretty common in Indian society. Almost all of them reply back with the same few options. I want to become a doctor, I want to become an engineer, or a banker, or a teacher. And then I ask them, why do you want to become an engineer? Or why do you want to become a doctor? Like, why? Don't answer me. You don't have to answer me. Ask yourself, and if you find out that you want to become an engineer just because your parents are constantly telling you to become an engineer, or just because of the society's pressure, or it's just because of the trend that has been going on in your family, the trend to become an engineer, as your father, your grandfather, and your great grandfather all had been an engineer, and now the pressure and the whole burden is all onto you, then my dear friend, I have to say you are making a big mistake by not listening to yourself and by listening to the outside voices. You may feel that happiness in the short term, but in the long term, you will burn out. When you strive forward with a big why of yours, nothing, and I mean nothing and no force in this world can stop you from reaching your dream, from reaching your goal and living your best life. Your why should always be bigger than yourself, so that even in your darkest down times, you can reach up to your why and remind yourself like why you started in the first place. And then that very why will help you to push yourself beyond your limits. Almost 98% of the people in the world after getting success get caught up in their own trap of ego and forget their why, the very reason they have started in the first place. And there are also certain cases where people start something they love, and after getting some amount of success, they do that thing not from their love perspective, but to just get the paycheck for their work. They are not enjoying their work anymore. So what's the main reason behind that? The main reason behind that is because they lost sight of their why. Their work is no more in alignment with their why. Now, if you ask me how to find one's why, I will say, I don't know. Because the truth is, there is no secret formula or special technique to find one's why. But what you can do is simply practice every day sitting down alone and asking yourself certain type of bizarre questions about your life, your whole perspective of life, your goals, your dreams, and most importantly about your past and the stories you tell yourself every time, every day. Because to find our why, we don't have to look outside, but rather inside. Everyone in this world has a why of their own, and we are just one step away from finding it. But always do remember, the most difficult thing in the world is not to find your why, but to always keep up with your why and do the things that are in alignment with that why of yours.